Good morning. Just woke up. My friends and I are heading to the spa in like an hour, so just want to do like a early morning hangout because I woke up a little earlier than expected and have some time to kill. I went to the Basilica yesterday and it was so beautiful. Like, I mean, the sky right now is really beautiful, so there's that too. But the Basilica was so inspiring because as someone who, it was inspiring on so many levels. It was like, as someone who creates something and has experienced like how difficult it is to like master, to like have something turn out the way you want it to, and then also to like experience making, like, for example, like pulling an all-nighter or something, like to experience that and to know that like that level of being in flow or in like a rabbit hole or dedication, and like to not only be dedicated but to also pull it off to like make something actually really good, and to make it on the scale of that is like, and not only did he make something, like it took like 43 years, and like he also has such strong vision, and this is like one of many things. Like he has like the Park Well, and like this is Gaudi, and that's also like huge and beautiful and monumental, and like this guy is just playing on this scale that is so above and beyond things that I do. And it's like physical, and that feels like a really strong part of the impression. It's not like a digital realm, and like there's also like this spiritual aspect of, this is a monument to like God, and I'm not Christian, or like I don't have any denomination, but like I definitely still believe in like this like larger like God, or like this larger essence, presence, universe, like and so I feel like I can still tap into like that reverence, and like there's visions here. I think you have to really feel a sense of devotion and faith to continue doing that for so long. The Basilica also had a lot of surprising touches. Like there were like weird little, there was like fruit, there was a lot of fruit bowls on top of the turrets, and like the inside, like the pillars had a lot of like bulbous, like jelly bean looking detailing, and like there were these almost like hieroglyphic looking symbols, and like I don't know, it was fascinating because it was like, oh, this is a masterpiece altogether. It's clearly a masterpiece, and when you look at all the little details, almost like, oh, huh, like I wouldn't have expected that in my idea of like this masterpiece. There's like these little little scratchings here, or like here's a little handprint with like little gold paint on its thumbs. Like you can see the little organic motions of this coming together. And being in Barcelona in general is inspiring, because I was walking down the street the other day and like this old man was tapping little holes into the wall, and it was like, these are, all of the walls here have like decoration, and it's like he would like make one and then he like messed up and he like redid it, you know, and it was just like, wow, like the walls are like very carefully crafted by someone, and then like now it's like just like patterning that you see. And the basilica was just really beautiful, and I think that's something I like, to be able to move people so much, move me, like I cried just like almost immediately upon seeing it, and then after soaking it in for a while, and like to make something that can move people so deeply, like I feel like that's one of the main like reasons for art. I mean, among others, but like, yeah. I'm also just so impressed with like, there's just interesting architecture and beauty and touches everywhere in Barcelona around like it's I mean, it's actually kind of similar, like New York does this too, but like in Barcelona it's like, oh, the building will just have this very highly ornamented window, and the window might be more like, I saw like the window was like cemented or something, or like boarded up, and I was like, oh, it's not even like a real window. And they went to like extremely high efforts to like make this window. And there's like a children's like public school playing inside of like a gaudi like structure, and it was like, wow, like what would my life be like? What would people, what would you grow up like if you were surrounded by such like creativity and imagination and beauty? And to be in the presence of like an artist who has such a strong vision, that was the other thing. Like there's like the actual craftsmanship level of like creating this basilica or bark well, and then there's like the spiritual devotion, but then there's also like this creative vision that like I've been so struck by, and like what I really want when I make like films, and it's like he has an entire world, and it's so clear in his art, and like I feel really, I was like in the presence of like the highest master, and I was like the tiniest ant, and I was like, oh my god, like I like have this creative vision, but like, wow, look at this guy, and like I feel so impressed. And sometimes I'm like feeling like a lack of inspiration or something, but like being here and seeing these two like landmarks, I was blown away. It's just like, oh yeah, that guy's got a vision, he's got a world, this is what it's like, and it is fascinating and has all of these interesting details, and it's beautiful, but it's also not like, it's incredibly beautiful and also full of details, and like not full of, it's not lacking in like organic little touches that like I might associate with like, I don't know, like a work in progress or something. Like there's just a lot of complex things going on. And I mean, I also like the style and like Art Nouveau, and like I feel like it had like some surrealist touches, and it's just like I really enjoyed all of those touches. And I know it's not my vision, but to see someone have such a cohesive vision was so striking. Yeah, that's my morning. It's almost like my morning notes or something. Bye.